Hey, look at this. I'm still social distancing. No one around within 6 feet. I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours? It is, what is today? Today is Monday, March 23rd. Yeah. As you can see, we've had some rain, still a little bit of rain. I did take a load of soybeans to Purdue, just got back from doing that. I was going to put another load on, but I'm not going to do that with this rain. I'll probably do that tomorrow morning. Looks like it'll be a little bit better tomorrow. It's a bit chilly out here, actually. I think it's only about in the mid-40s. Yeah, I think I'll head up to the hardware store. Our governor came out this morning and he has shut down all non-essential businesses in the state effective at 5 o'clock this evening. But the hardware store, is considered an essential business, so we will remain open. I'm going to stop by the hardware store, make sure things are clicking along, and then I've got some paperwork and bookwork to take care of. And then tomorrow, as I said, I think I'll put another load of soybeans on. It's going to be too wet to do anything else in the fields, and continue hauling soybeans. Hey, it's a great day. Soybeans are up. The last time I looked, they were up 17 cents a bushel today. So that market has come back, at least for the last couple of days. So I think they're now trading at about 8.77, I believe it was when I last looked. Our basis is currently 30 cents under that, so we're at 8.47 cash price. So I will continue hoarding cash, I guess. So I need to continue taking advantage of this manufactured crisis we are in. I had diesel fuel delivered this morning down to the farm. Do you see that? $2.05, well, round up, $2.06 a gallon for diesel fuel. That is cheap. That is delivered here to the farm. I had my tanks filled. I was getting close to empty. Yeah, $2.06 a gallon. Crazy. I have debated on whether it's worth my while to go out and buy some more storage tanks to store diesel fuel and maybe even some gas for my vehicles at this price. Our local station, what we call the Chinese liquor store, it's next to the hardware store, they went to $1.79 on their gas yesterday. And based on my trip to Purdue and back this morning, that is the cheapest gas in that 60-mile trip that I made. $1.79 a gallon. Virginia is normally cheaper than us by 20 cents. So I'm guessing Virginia would be $1.59, maybe cheaper than that now. I don't know, but wow, we haven't seen those prices in 10 years probably. So I'm debating on whether it is worth my time to buy some additional storage tanks and stock up on that, you know, get a year's supply or something. I don't know. We're still weighing the numbers. I don't think we've hit the bottom yet on this, so we'll see. Wouldn't that be called making lemonade out of lemons? So yeah, you have to take advantage of the situation whenever you can. So yeah, there's some of those things we have to look at. I'm just wondering how cheap some things are going to get. Where are the deals going to be? Will there be deals with farm equipment, for instance? How will this affect the farm economy? Cars and trucks, are we going to see deals there? Yeah, we're going to see deals on the financing, I think, because the interest rates have gone down. But will people be liquidating inventories to generate cash once this is all over with, and so you'll find some deals? I'm just wondering. So here's one of the trends I'm noticing. Don't know if it's coincidence or not. So a lot of people at home now teleworking from home because of our federal government. I still don't know how a person can fill up 8 hours a day working at home on a computer for the federal government. But anyhow, so one trend I notice is we're a hardware store. Some of the oddball stuff we sell, the last couple of weeks we've been selling Ethernet cable, Cat5 cable. I guess people are at home and realizing their wireless connections are not good for teleworking and teleconferencing, so now they've got to put in wired connections for their internet. And the other thing I'm starting to see, and I just got a text from my daughter, so I'm going to pull in here and take care of this. Notaries. People are wanting notaries, and I provide that service. I do notaries, so we provide that service at the hardware store. So this is probably the third notary I've done in the last week and a half. Normally I'll do about 2 a month, but yeah, 3 in the last week and a half. So I guess people are home, they have time to clean up their financial affairs and realize they need notaries. So quite interesting, the trends that we see on some of these crises or events. So let me get in here to the store and get this notary taken care of. Well, okay, I ended up doing 2 notaries while I was at the store. Someone saw my truck there in the parking lot and stopped in to get a notary done as well. The other trend I have noticed, don't know if it's a coincidence or not, garden seeds. We are selling quite a few garden seeds. Yes, it's been a little bit warmer than usual. Spring seems to be a little bit earlier than normal, so that could have something to do with it. But I think people are realizing that they need to fend for themselves. That maybe they're not as prepared as they thought they were, and so going forward they're going to try to plant their own garden and be a little more self-sufficient. Not sure if that's why we're selling more seeds or not. It could go either way on that. And compared to my rant last week, and I mentioned something about traffic and how light traffic was, that didn't last very long. I've noticed today we're not quite back to normal with traffic in our area, but it's not as light as it was last week when people were first getting scared. I think people have realized, oh, wait a minute, this staying home or staying inside is not worth a darn, and by damn, I'm not letting my government keep me home. And I don't know, yeah, but people are not going to work. As far as our military base is concerned, there was not a lot of traffic coming off of the base or going onto the base when I went by there earlier. But otherwise, on the road, the traffic, it's, as I said, it's not quite normal, but it's a whole lot more than it was last week when all this started. No shelter in place yet, no curfew here in the state of Maryland, just that starting at 5 o'clock today. If you are not an essential business, then legally you cannot be open, which when you look at the list of essential businesses, it covers just about everything. Maybe a nail salon is not essential, and I can probably go a week or 2 without getting my nails done. But you know, if the nail salon decides to sell some spark plugs or some bird seed, then the nail salon can be open. I guess they would be considered essential. But yeah, I'll be okay for at least 2 weeks. Hey, an eagle and an osprey, I believe. Eagle is chasing the osprey. Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And it's also wet. 3/4 of an inch of rain yesterday. So I'm going to put a load of soybeans on and hoard some more cash. Looks like I need to bail water. May have the truck in the wrong position. Depending on which way the wind blows, I don't like the wind blowing all the dust up onto the windshield and the hood of the truck. So I try to have the truck facing into the wind. Maybe it's coming from the north. I may be okay. We'll try it. Like we're okay. Blowing from the northeast, so for the most part it will keep it off of the windshield and the cab of the truck. You know, I am still finding it hard to believe that we as Americans are allowing our government to bring our great country to a screeching halt. That still baffles me, and every time I run across something new related to this, I have to shake my head. I just need to stop talking about this and forget about it, and I need to comply like all the other sheeple and just go along and say, yes, dear, that's what I'm going to do, dear. All right, we're still loading. It's about half full, so I don't have much more time, and then I'll be hitting the road, Jack. Don't you come back, no more, no more. I can't sing. I can't do karaoke. I've tried it before. So yeah, I'll load this, and then I'll hit the road, Jack. Hey. Here's an opportunity to talk to my president and ask him, what the hell are you thinking here? Let's get this country in gear. So yeah, Fox News is doing a virtual town hall with President Trump. Submit your questions now. I wonder if it's a call-in. Are they taking live callers? That would be pretty cool if I got on the line with President Trump, because I have got a few things I need to ask him. So this is something quite funny. That flashing sign over there says, "If sick, stay home." And where is that sign? Right in front of a hospital. What the heck are we thinking? If you're sick, stay home. That's the hospital telling us that. Unbelievable. I'm trying to stay calm, people, but it's getting more and more difficult to do. I can't stand stupid people or stupid policies that make no freaking sense. So I go to the bank, I have a deposit to make, and I also need coin. I'm driving the dump truck. I just hauled a load of soybeans, so I pull into the bank, walk up to the doors, and there is a sign on the door that says, "Lobby is closed. You can use the drive-through. Lobby is only open for appointments only, by appointment only." And there's a phone number on the bottom, so I call the phone number. Phone starts ringing. A lady comes out to the door. So this is a lobby. You go through the first set of doors, and then there's a small lobby, and then you go through the second set of doors. I'm on the outside at the first set of doors. The woman comes through her set of doors into the lobby, would not open the door. We're talking through the door, and I point to the parking lot. I said, "I'm in a dump truck. I can't go through the drive-through." She goes into the bank, asks a question. She comes back out. She said, "You can walk through the drive-through." I said, "I also need coin. Can I get coin through the drive-through?" Because normally the sign says right on the window, "No coin through the drive-through." She walks back into the bank, comes back out and says, "Yes, you can get coin." I said, "Are you sure? I need a box of pennies." Walks back into the bank. She comes back out. And again, the whole time, we're talking through the door. She's not opening this door. And she said, "Oh, we don't have coin today." What? At first, I could go through the drive-thru and get coin, but now because I want a box of coin, all of a sudden you don't have coin today? This is the stupid crap we are putting up with now. I'm trying to calm down. Serenity now. If anybody watches Seinfeld, you know what I mean. Serenity now. Serenity now. So I am putting another load of soybeans on. Maybe you can't see, but we've got everything clicking along here. I will not be able to get back to Purdue in time before they close today, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'll just take this load up tomorrow morning and see if we can get another load on. All right, so I've got to figure out this bank issue because I do need coin. I need pennies especially for the hardware store. So let me calm down a little bit before I call the bank and see if I can make an appointment to get some coin. Yep, another rainy day, another load of soybeans being hauled to Purdue. Haha, I guess the hospital got a little flack over their sign. They have changed it now to say mildly ill, stay at home. Yesterday it said, if you're sick, stay at home. It's all about the messaging. I need some new wiper blades. So I'm stopping here at my local hardware store to see if they have any that will fit what I've got. 1, 2, 3 phone lengths. Ha ha ha. Look at this sign my local hardware store put on the front door. Enter at your own risk. There may or may not be a bug inside. Do they think this is a joke or something? Would you look at that? My local hardware store came through me again. They had the wiper blades that I needed, the 16-inch wiper blades. Let me get them installed so the next time I go up the road in rain, I can see where I'm going. As I was driving to Purdue this morning, I had a thought. Now, hear me out on this. Let me know what you think. So the stock market has been down the last couple of weeks, as we all know, and I have stocks. I've been buying stocks since I was 24 years old. I've made some money on stocks, but we've got, I think, some buying opportunities now in the stock market where some of us can make some money. So I thought, instead of taking the, let's use round numbers. Let's keep it simple. So let's say it'll take me $100,000 to put the crop in the ground this spring, you know, with seed and fertilizer and fuel and whatever else it takes to put the crop in the ground this year. So let's say I take that $100,000 that I would normally spend on expenses to put the crop in the ground and put it in the stock market instead. Could I be better off? You know, it's a gamble. Every time you put a crop in the ground, it's a gamble on whether you're going to do anything. Yes, crop insurance has made it a little easier to sleep during droughts or hurricanes or things like that. But I'm thinking I could make more money in the stock market this year. Then I can just kind of sit back all summer long and get fat and lazy and drink Maker's Mark. So just to give you an idea, so one of the stocks I've been following has been Boeing. We've been looking at Boeing now for the last 6 to 8 months, but it's been pretty high. Well, Boeing was trading last July about $350 a share. Last week it went to $97 a share. I had owned Boeing myself personally about 15 years ago, I think it was. And I actually made money. I bought it $35 a share, held on to it for, I don't know, 8 years or so. It went to $100 a share. I sold. Looking back, of course, I should have held on to it, but hey, I made money. So right now, Boeing is up $37 today as I speak, $165. So if we take that $100,000 that I just talked about, if we had the nerve to put it in Boeing last week when it dropped below $100 a share, and you sold it today, it's now $166 a share. That $100,000 in 1 week's time is now worth $166,000. I couldn't have a return on my investment putting corn in the ground like that. Heck no. So I'm just, that's what has been going through my mind. And the other thing that would do, so if we got half of the farmers in the United States to take their money that they would put in the ground this year, instead of putting that money in the dirt, put it in the stock market, half of the farmers did that. What that would do, it would help all farmers out next year, because the price of, we would reduce our ending carry-out numbers in corn and soybeans, because we've got way too much of it now. The price is reflecting that. Corn especially. Well, part of the reason for the price is because oil consumption is down because everybody's staying home. Nobody's going to work. Since oil consumption is down, that means ethanol consumption is down. That's what is mixed into gasoline. And ethanol, most ethanol is made from corn, and so the demand for corn has gone down. So if half of the farmers put their money in the stock market, that would reduce ending carryout and increase the price of the grain, and so then next year we could all benefit from it. I've got to think this through a little bit more to see how that would actually work. But yeah, here's another one. So Boeing, I did buy. Now I pulled the trigger a little too early.
2 weeks ago, I bought some at $200 a share. No, yes, $200 a share. Then I bought some more at $140 a share. And then I bought some more, and I haven't looked at that final statement yet. It was sometime last week, so I'm guessing I should have got some more at $120 a share. So at today's price of $166, I'm probably breaking even. I'm not sure. I don't think Boeing can sustain this. I think they're going to drop back down again. Aflac is another one. Love the Aflac duck. I have owned Aflac for probably 20 years. Aflac has been good to me. Bought some last week. I think I'll have to look at my statement. I believe it was under $30 when I bought it. They were trading at $55 a share just 2 months ago. Aflac is one of those stocks. It's slow, steady growth. Been very good. So I think I bought it at around 30, maybe a little bit under 30 last week. And it is now trading at $35 a share. So that's one. It's up $6 alone today. GE, I'm still not sure about GE. That one's only at $7.70. Oh, Uber and Lyft. I've put some money in both Uber and Lyft. Cruise lines. So as I'm saying here, with this market down right now, there are some buying opportunities. So I really have to think hard about this. Do I want to farm this year, or do I want to make my money in the stock market? Some expenses, as far as the farm goes, some expenses are going to be down this year. Fuel, for instance, is going to be down. Seed has already been locked in. That price was locked in December, so that price isn't coming down. Fertilizer may come down a little bit, but not much. But you know, the outlook for corn and the outlook for soybeans, we don't know. So the profit margins, who knows what they're going to be at the end of this. So give me some comments. I've got to think this through a little bit more to determine how that would work and if it could work. But make some comments below. Haha. Did you see that window licker? All right, let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. No more squeaking. Beautiful. It's still raining, so I don't think I will put another load of soybeans on because they will get a little too wet. But what I can do is go to my office and check out the stock market. I've still got some time before the market closes, so maybe I can buy some more stocks. Soybean market is down a little bit today, down 4 cents. I just checked it. Based on a report I read this morning from a grain analyst, we could see $9 soybeans. We're at $8.84 right now on the futures market, so I've got enough cash to hold me for a while with what I've already sold. So maybe I'll wait for those $9 soybeans. Yeah, I know what's happened before when I've waited. But tomorrow's another day. We'll see what happens then. All right, I think that's it for now. So, see ya. See ya.